Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in today. My name is Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan. I am coming to you live from Downs Field in Brookline, Massachusetts. Here to bring you live coverage of today's high school varsity girls lacrosse contest between the visiting Red Hawks of Natick High School and the hosting Brookline High Warriors. It's always a thrilling time whenever Brookline and Natick face off. I am a bit of a broken record saying that, but I only say it all the time because it's always true. Always such a fun, intense rivalry between these two Bay State Conference opponents whenever they take each other on in any sport, like I said, and I expect today will be no different. Brookline riding high off a season-opening 13-10 victory over Newton South on Saturday. That has them with a 1-0 record, and today a much more beautiful day than it was on Saturday. For those of you who tuned in for that live stream, you know just how miserable the weather was. Initial temperature around 40 degrees with a significant wind chill that would drop the temperature by almost 10 degrees, combined with rain on and off throughout the game. Just not the most fun weather for lacrosse today. Bright and sunny, hardly a cloud in the sky. It's about 10 degrees warmer than it was on Saturday. And as one of the people who's not going to be running around throughout this contest, I am quite happy to have some warmer weather. We got our first note in the live chat already from Shane Carter saying, "Hi, Jesse, let's go Brookline." Thank you so much for tuning in, Shane. Happy to see you in the live chat once again, and I hope you enjoy this broadcast. Without further ado, let's go over the rosters for the two teams coming into this contest. We'll start over here on our right with the visiting Natick High Red Hawks, donning their red jerseys with blue jersey numbers. Going in order of jersey number for Natick, first off we have number 1, Allie Napick. Next we have number 2, Sophia Ambrose. Number 3, Allie Flynn. Number 5, Sophia Chasen. Number 6, Nora Shine. Number 7, Gianna Macchiano. Number 8, Madeline Bonner. Number 9, Allegra Gagnon. Number 10, Abby Dole. Number 11, Emma Delicandro. Number 12, Alex Felt. Number 13, Abby McCauley. Number 14, Maddie Brenneman. Number 15, Lucy Elkin. Number 16, Emery Brokema. Number 18, Cameron Rain. Number 20, Vivian Ahern. Number 24, Samantha Collins. Number 26, Maggie Merrick. Number 30, Sophia Luoni. And number 33, Anna Potter. That is the roster for the visiting Natick High Red Hawks. Now as we move over to our left here, let's take a look at the roster for the hosting Brookline High Warriors. Brookline wearing their white jerseys with dark blue jersey numbers and red outlines today. And the roster, going in order of jersey number 4, Brookline. First off, we have a junior defender, number 2, Sylvie Costant-Greeley. Next, a senior defender and co-captain, number 3, Sydney Bueno. A junior defender, number 4, Sasha Harwin. A junior defender, number 5, Scarlett Rothstein. A senior defender, number 6, Sophia Liu. A junior attacker, number 7, Amalia Lindgren-Palm. A freshman defender, number 8, Gigi Hawkins. A junior defender, number 9, Elin Lindgren-Palm. A senior attacker and co-captain, number 10, Birdie Hawkins. A freshman attacker, number 11, Emma Hassenstein. A sophomore attacker, number 12, Lily Kleinbaum. A freshman midfielder, number 13, Nia Karain. A junior attacker, number 14, Priscilla Hill. A freshman midfielder, number 15, Sophia Safar. A junior attacker, number 16, Clara Tebow. A junior attacker, number 17, Maya Schwartz. A senior attacker, number 18, Lauren Fish. A senior midfielder and co-captain, number 19, Maggie Tien. A sophomore midfielder, number 21, Serena Yankowitz. And a sophomore goalie, number 26, Karin Bueno. Head coach of the Brookline High girls lacrosse team is Juliana Malloy. Those are our rosters coming in to this game. So we'll see how this one shakes out. And folks, as Shane demonstrated at the top of this broadcast, if there's anything you'd like to say, I encourage you to say it in the live chat. You know, it could be something as simple as go Brookline or go Natick. You know, no matter who it is you're rooting for, we appreciate fans bringing the good vibes and showing support in the live chat. You know, it could be you know, a more personal message, you know, maybe for you're tuning in to watch your favorite player, a family member, or a friend, or something like that. You want to give them a shout out. And maybe you want to let us know where you're tuning in from. I'm pretty sure Shane is tuning in from pretty far away, and it can sometimes be fun to hear about people tuning in from all over with these online live streams that can be watched all over the world. And then on the more important side, if you notice any technical difficulties with the stream, if you know, if my audio is coming in kind of choppy, or it's coming in too quiet or too loud, you know, if I'm blowing out the mic and it just doesn't sound right and it's hurting your ears regardless of where the volume level's at, you know, or if the video's getting choppy, you know, sometimes Wi-Fi will be troublesome and there won't be anything I can do, but sometimes there is something I can do. So it never hurts to speak up and say something if there's something about the stream that you would like improved from a technical aspect. And then, of course, if I am botching the pronunciation of any players' names, I encourage you to speak up and say something. You know, some people might think, oh, it's not that big of a deal and I don't want to be a bother. I encourage you, please bother me. You know, I want to give these young student athletes the best coverage I possibly can. And to me, part of that means doing them the honor of getting their names right. It's just a very basic thing in my book that I want to do right by them. And if you correct me, not only will I not be insulted, I'll actually be very grateful, because it'll actually put my own anxieties and insecurities to rest, knowing for sure that I've got it right, and I'm not just hoping that my first guess on the pronunciation was correct. And Shane Carter confirming in the live chat that he is tuning in all the way across the map from the land down under in Australia. You know, as the son of an Australian immigrant myself, I love to hear that. Aussie, 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 my friend. As the teams take the field for the start of the first of 4 12-minute quarters. Brookline against Natick. Last year, Natick, a pretty strong team in the regular season, 9th in the Division I power rankings after finishing with a 13-7 regular season record, but they suffered a tough upset loss to number 24 Newton North in the round of 32 in the MIAA Division I state tournament. Brookline, meanwhile, finished 18th in the power rankings after going 6-11 and lost in the round of 32 as well to number 15 King Philip. So both teams hoping to go a little further this year, and this game could be a crucial step for that. We'll see how things play out. They set things up for the opening draw control here in the first quarter. Warriors versus Redhawks. Here we go. The opening draw drops to the ground. They're scrumming over it. Ball's still loose, and it's going to be chased down by Natick, picked up by number 13, Abby McCauley. Pass it away to number 3, Allie Flynn. Flynn passes back, completes to McCauley. McCauley running to her right and gets fouled. I think that was Clara Tebow, too physical on the coverage there. And so Natick keeps the ball. And I think they're resetting to make sure the Brookline players are far enough away after the foul as Natick brings it into the attack area. Flynn gives it back to number 24, Samantha Collins. Collins back to Flynn. Flynn flips it over, dropped briefly, but it is picked up off the ground by McCauley. McCauley throws it down behind the net. Coming out of the corner, backing down, muscling through the opponent, but the shot was missed wide. Natick recovers the rebound, though, and they start working from the left side now. Collins with the ball once again. Collins surveying her options, looking for an opening. Off a bit of a screen, gets the switch, but now gets double-teamed, looking for a passing option. Floats it behind the net. Bit hard for me to see the numbers from that angle as Natick still playing from behind the net. I think that is number 10 for the Red Hawks. Looking around from behind the net, trying to fit a pass through traffic. No dice. Intercepted by Brookline, but dropped in transition as Elin Lindgren-Palm with the defensive takeaway there. Number 10, Abby Dole, was trying to fit a pass through traffic, but could not do it. Good defensive play by Elin Lindgren-Palm. Now running with it, number 2, Sylvie Costant-Greeley. Costant-Greeley's pass slightly disrupted, and it goes a bit too far, and it's going to be picked up by Dole. Dole running with it down the far sideline. Still holding the ball as she goes into the corner, floats a pass out, completes it. I believe this is Collins with the ball. Collins setting up at the top, floats a pass across to Flynn. Flynn, pass, dropped, and the defense asserts itself to try and take that one away, and they do. Good defensive play there by Brookline's number 21, who gets hit, but no foul call. Serena Yankowitz with a nice takeaway, but the physical contact deemed, I guess, incidental on that play, so no foul there as Natick takes it away. Number 18, Cameron Rain, throws it across the back. Holding it at the back is Dole, gives it back to Rain. Rain passes out to number 9, Allegra Gagnon. Gagnon throws it up top to Flynn. Flynn over to Collins, and Collins holding it. Surveyor options, now gives it over to, I believe, McCauley. McCauley lost the ball, but it was a foul called against the Brookline defense. Ball was knocked loose there by the Brookline defender, but not cleanly. Out of the free position, no openings for McCauley. She resets the play. Gives it back to Gagnon at the top, now over to Flynn. Flynn gives to Collins. Collins approaching from the left, off the screen, cuts across, looking for a pass, and it's not there. Now throws and misses Gagnon as that ball bouncing dangerously close to out of bounds, and it will be out of bounds, and Brookline takes it away. So Brookline with a couple of strong defensive stops to start this game, but they haven't been able to even get across midfield so far, as now they're running in transition once again, running out of room on the far side, and a foul is called. Sasha Harwin with the ball for the Warriors. Throws a pass across to Costant-Greeley, who fakes out a defender. Trying to move with it, getting swarmed on all sides. Throws pass upfield, dropped by Kleinbaum, but she recovers it. Lily Kleinbaum pass across, finds a target. I believe that's Nia Karain. Karain throws it up, finds Maggie Tien. Brookline now on offense. Tien approaching, Tien charging in, Tien shoots! And it's redirected by the Natick goalie, but Brookline recovers the rebound and stays on offense. They reset at the top with Karain. Karain gives it back to, I believe, Birdie Hawkins. Hawkins making her approach, gets stopped. Now looking, swings it over. And now Thibault passes it into the corner. I think that might be Tien with the ball now. Tien surveying. Oh, it was given to Kleinbaum and now to Hawkins. Hawkins off a screen and a foul called. They called the foul against Brookline. Did they maybe call an illegal screen on Kleinbaum there? It's rare you see an offensive foul called in lacrosse, but that is what we saw as Natick now takes over. No score yet. 6.5 to go. We're almost halfway through the first quarter with no score on the board, and a big ball knocked loose by Brookline as it's scooped up by Amalia Lindgren-Palm. Lindgren-Palm charging in. Lindgren-Palm has an opening and scores! Amalia Lindgren-Palm puts Brookline on the board first. Good hustle by Lindgren-Palm. Threading the needle there after taking the ball away. All started with a big hit off the forward pressure there. I'm not sure, but it might have been Kleinbaum who was applying the pressure and knocked that ball free. A great forced turnover there by the Brookline offense. Brookline now leads Natick 1-0 off the unassisted goal by Amalia Lindgren-Palm, as she scores her first goal of the season. And we got a false start on the draw called against Samantha Collins, and so Brookline gets the ball. Maggie Tien running it into the attack area, but it's knocked loose from behind, but not cleanly. They call the foul on Allie Flynn there. Tien swings it off the bounce, taken by Karain. Over to Hawkins. Hawkins works it behind the net to Lindgren-Palm. Cross the back. They work it around. Just swinging it around the horn here, trying to find an opening. Karain with the ball. Throws it down to the corner to Hawkins. Hawkins running across the back. Now trying to come out from around the back and gets doubled. And a foul was called on Natick, or no, a foul was called on Brookline. Another offensive violation on Brookline, as now the Natick goalie, who I believe is number 30, Sophia Luoni, gives the ball to one of the Natick defenders who's running it. Throws pass up, finds McCauley. McCauley sprinting with it into the attack area. McCauley still running with it, floats a pass, open find, and it's scored. Number 18, Cameron Rain, ties it up for the Red Hawks. Or no goal. Oh, they waved it off. They said she was in the crease. So no goal for Natick there, as Maggie Tien now running with it in transition. Tien charging in and hit from behind to prevent the shot, but they're going to call the foul on Natick, so this will create a free position chance for Maggie Tien. Tien had an excellent offensive output against Newton South on Saturday, 5 goals and 4 assists to lead the Brookline offense. We'll see what she can do out of the free position here. Long shot is blocked by Luoni. Brookline keeps possession, but a big block by Sophia Luoni against the long-range shot out of the free position by Maggie Tien. Tien calling for a play. Looks like they're setting up an ISO. Tien moving left to right. Trying to cut inside, finds a hole, and it gets covered up, but not cleanly as they blow another whistle. And the flag is thrown. Looks like Tien will be operating out of the free position once again, as one of the Natick defenders will have to come off and serve the penalty. I think that's McCauley who was called for that penalty there. Tien sitting up in the free position again. We saw the long-range shot didn't work out for her, and now she's got an even worse angle to potentially shoot from. Will she charge in? Will she step back to try and set up a better look? What's going to be the strategy for Brookline here? Trying to arrange everyone in the right spot. 3 minutes and 7 seconds left on the clock here in the first quarter. Tien floats past, finds her target, and they score! I do believe that was Clara Thibault on the goal that time, catching the alley-oop from Maggie Tien. I don't think I hit the replay button in time for that one. No, I didn't. But that's okay. Clara Thibault from Maggie Tien on the score that time. As Brookline takes the 2-0 lead. Great precision floater pass from Tien into traffic close to the net there, and a great catch and shoot by Clara Thibault. And whistle blown against Natick. Brookline takes the ball off the draw. Tien running it into the attack area. Setting up on offense. Pass across. Nia Karain shoots and scores! Nia Karain, the freshman, with the first goal of her high school career. Assisted by the co-captain Maggie Tien, who gets her second straight helper. Brookline now leading by 3 with less than 3 minutes to go here in the first. Starting to open things up with some dynamic passing from Maggie Tien, assisting both Thibault and Karain on the last 2 goals. They call another violation against Natick, and Brookline gets to run it into the attack area again. This is Hawkins with the ball. Passes over to Yankowitz. Now into the corner to Kleinbaum along the back. Looking around, pass out to Lindgren Palm. Working it along the back once again. Out of the corner, I think that's Yankowitz. Nowhere to go. Passes out to Hawkins. Hawkins across to Karain. Now over to Kleinbaum. Kleinbaum passes back to Lindgren Palm. Cross the back. Now looking around, I think is Tien. Floats pass in. Hawkins couldn't hold on. Ball was knocked loose, but Yankowitz chases it down as Brookline keeps possession. Now out to Tien. Tien floats along past Karain. Karain down low. Lindgren Palm. Extra pass. Hawkins couldn't get the shot off. Disrupted by the defense, and the loose ball picked up by Luoni. Some great ball movement by Brookline, but just one move too many. Hawkins had her stick lined up for a lefty shot rather than a righty shot, and so she had to turn around. Outlet pass is dropped right in front of the net. That was a scary near disaster for Natick as another pass gets thrown away. And Natick picks it up again, but they drop it again. But now a whistle is blown, and so Natick gets to keep it. Natick dancing through raindrops in this possession, but they do have the ball as Ellie Flynn is running with it. Passes, wide open, Rain is stopped. No, it bounces in. Almost saved by Karin Bueno, but it will be a goal for Cameron Rain, assisted by Ellie Flynn. Natick gets on the board with less than a minute to go here in the first quarter. 3-1 the score in favor of Brookline. Now here's the draw, and for the first time in a while, we don't have a whistle for a violation as Collins recovered it. Hawkins called for the foul on that one, and Natick gets to keep it. About 40 seconds left in the quarter as Natick will get a chance to try and cut this down to a one-score game before the break. Rain with the ball, surveying from behind the net. Gives it out to Collins, back to Rain. Rain, pass, Collins scores. Samantha Collins from Cameron Rain. And Natick does indeed cut it down to a one-score game with 20 seconds left in the quarter. And for how much of this quarter saw no score, you see just how fast scoring can ramp up in lacrosse. I mean, there's still 20 seconds. Either one of these teams could still score again. Off the draw, juggled, but chased down by Hawkins. About 15 seconds left to try and run it. Hawkins gets fouled, but just keeps running with it. She doesn't have the clock to try and stop. Still running. Long shot. Does roll in, and they count it! At the buzzer, Birdie Hawkins from downtown gets the last word in to end the quarter. Boy, let's take a look at that one again. Hawkins just desperately throwing the ball. And Sophia Luoni, who had that big save against Maggie Tian's free position shot earlier in the quarter, just wasn't quite able to stop that one. So that ends the first quarter. Our score at the end of one, Brookline 4, Natick 2. For Brookline, 1 goal each from Amalia Lindgren-Palm, Birdie Hawkins, Nia Karain, and Clara Thibault, with 2 assists by Maggie Tian. For Natick, 1 goal and 1 assist from Cameron Rain, 1 goal from Samantha Collins, and 1 assist from Allie Flynn. As the two teams come out back onto the field for the second quarter of play, Brookline leading 4-2 off the back of a chaotic final minute of that first quarter. We saw no score through the first 6 or 7 minutes of that first quarter, and then we saw 3 goals combined between the two teams scored in the final minute of that quarter. 2 scored by Natick and 1 by Brookline to give us the score we currently have here going into the second. Here we go, back in the draw circle, Tien against Collins. And we start the second with a quick catch out of the draw by number 33, Anna Potter. Potter runs it into the attack area for Natick as they will get the first offensive possession of the second quarter. Rain running behind the net, passes across the back to Abby Dole. Dole looking around, gives it over to Abby McCauley, and McCauley gives it back to Potter at the top. Potter sends it over to Allie Flynn. Now over to Collins. Down to Rain. Rain looking for a cutting Collins. No room on that pass. Now Rain starting to retreat back to the top. Forced back by the defense. Pass across to Potter. Potter over to Flynn. Flynn looking around. Goes behind the net to Dole. Dole looking around. A cut by McCauley and couldn't complete the pass. Disrupted and taken away by Sylvie Costin-Greeley. Or no, my mistake, not Costin-Greeley. That's Scarlett Rothstein with the big defensive play there. As she passes it up to Lily Kleinbaum, who takes it into the attack area for Brookline. Kleinbaum running around. And now slows things down. Good defensive play by Scarlett Rothstein for Brookline on their first defensive possession of the second. Now the Warriors trying to make things happen on offense as they work it around behind the net to Hawkins. Now back to the outside. Kleinbaum gives to Tien. Tien had 2 assists in the first quarter. She now passes it over. Kleinbaum with it now. Pass back, Hawkins. Hawkins starting to charge off a screen. Cutting, looking, pass back. Tien cuts across. Shoots, stopped! Sophia Luoni at point-blank range. Read Maggie Tien's stick perfectly. Defended high as Tien shot high and made a big save there for the Redhawks. What a day for Sophia Luoni so far. She's had a couple of big saves for Natick as she now throws the outlet pass too high and intercepted by Costin-Greeley. Costin-Greeley gets hit from behind and just keeps running through it into the attack area as Brookline gets to go back on offense. Pass behind the net. Now given to Hawkins once again. Hawkins coming from around the back, shoots low, missed it. And Brookline not able to get back to the back line to maintain possession. They award the possession to Natick. There's a bit of confusion there as it is rare for a team not to maintain possession after a shot misses and goes to the back line. Usually someone's there to cover it. But not that time, as Brookline had some off-ball players cutting towards the net for a passing option instead, and so they weren't covered for the shot. Natick moving with the ball. Potter, pass, finds McCauley. McCauley running with it into the attack area for the Redhawks. Now looking around. They send it back to the top to Collins. Now over to Flynn and to Potter. They work it around the horn, looking for an option. Now from the back corner. Slowly walking. Now starting to approach, looking for a shot. Shot is saved by Karin Bueno. I think that was Dole who tried that shot, and Bueno walled it off well. As Rothstein passes it back, now given over to Karin Bueno, the netminder. Throws it out to the corner. Running with it now, I think that's Sydney Bueno. As Bueno gets hit, foul is called. Floats pass over to Tien. Tien now taking it across midfield and into the attack area. Charging in on transition. Looking, gets sandwiched. No whistle as the ball is loose. And it's picked up by Natick. Picked up there by, I believe, number 12, Alex Felt. Pass up is dropped by Potter, but she picks back up and gets the pass away. Now running with it, Allegra Gagnon. Gagnon passes back to Potter. And back to Collins. Now over to Flynn. And to McCauley. Now down to Dole. Dole trying to charge in again. Dole breaks through, shoots, and this time would not be denied. Abby Dole from Abby McCauley on that play. Cuts the Brookline lead back down to 1. And once again, it takes until about the halfway mark in the quarter to see the first goal scored, as both teams have been very strong on defense so far today. Now back in the draw circle with 6:20 on the clock here in the second. Straight up in the air. And it's being chased after and picked up by Natick. Ball was snagged by McCauley. McCauley bringing it up for Natick. Down into the corner. And now Natick starts to swing it around, looking for an option. Flynn gives to Potter, down to Dole. Dole, looking. Pass wasn't there as Gagnon was trying to cut towards the net. Dole still surveying from behind the net, gives it out to Gagnon. Now out to Flynn. Flynn off a screen, trying to cut around, walled off, passes back to Dole. Dole looking, and opts to go across the back. I think that's Potter passing it back to Dole. Dole looking, backing down, pass, shot is in. I believe that was Allie Flynn on that one, tying us up at 4 apiece. So Flynn from Dole. As we're tied up at 4, and a timeout is called by Brookline. Natick with 2 quick scores here at the midpoint of the second quarter. And we see some comments in the live chat from Elliot Schickler of Patch.com. Commenting first on the strong play from the Lindgren Palm sisters, Elin and Amalia, in that first quarter. And then saying the Warriors need to do a better job of winning the 50-50 balls, which is certainly such a big aspect, really, of most sports, but definitely lacrosse, very applicable. And then also saying, hopefully Maggie Tien will score a few goals soon. Natick has successfully focused its defense and goalie on neutralizing Tien. And that's a good point there, Elliot. And we did see that one of the last times Brookline went on offense this quarter, Tien brought up the ball and just kind of tried to make a transition play out of it, tried to, just keep running rather than, setting up in the circle. And she tried to muscle her way through a pair of defenders that had her sandwiched and just couldn't hold on to the ball and couldn't draw a foul either. And to me, part of what this means is that other players have to step up for Brookline. If they're focusing the offense on that one player, that means the rest of the crew has to step things up, because if a defense focuses a high percentage of its efforts on one star player, that means somebody's going to be open. And there are other strong attackers on this team. We've already seen 4 different goal scorers for Brookline, none of them Maggie Tien. In fact, Tien has assisted on a couple, which shows the kind of opportunity that can present itself if the defense for Natick is focused on neutralizing Tien, is that she can find openings for her teammates. And we know she's a strong passer, as she not only led the team in goals, but also led in assists on Saturday against Newton South. We'll see what kind of adjustments Brookline makes out of the timeout as we go back to the draw. 4:58 on the clock here in the second. Up in the air, pushed forward by Tien. Ball's bouncing along down to the Natick end of the field, and it's scooped up by Kleinbaum. Kleinbaum running with it. Kleinbaum cutting across. Kleinbaum charging in, hit from behind just before she could get the shot off, and the loose ball picked up by Luoni. But I'm not sure what the whistle was for, but Sophia Luoni with the ball. Good crashing defense by Natick again, as Luoni running around with it, being pressured by Kleinbaum. Now throws the outlet to Potter. Potter throws it up, finds a target, now goes up to Collins. Collins lost the ball, but they blew the whistle. Collins throws a bounce pass up to Dole. Dole approaching, surveying, goes behind the net with it, and passes across as Natick sets up in the circular formation. Flynn over to McCauley and to Potter and around to Dole. Still looking around for an option. Now an approach starts, spinning as Gagnon lost the ball but recovers it. And they reset at the top, throwing it back to McCauley. Gives it to Collins, who throws across to Flynn. And now gives to Potter and down to Dole behind the net. Dole picking a side, now a pass out, finds her target, but it was disrupted from behind. Natick will keep it. The attempted shot, I think, from number 6, Nora Shine. Now another pass too high for McCauley as it's bouncing back to the neutral zone. And I think they're going to call a foul on Kleinbaum for that swipe at the stick. Trying to keep it away from Maddie Brenneman that time. And that'll give the ball back to Natick. Collins walking up with it, passes away to Flynn behind the net as they work it around again. Potter with the ball, looking for an option. Pass to Dole. Dole turns around and scores. 3 unanswered goals for Natick. This one scored by Dole. And I think that was I want to say Potter on the assist. Having a little trouble remembering who threw that pass. But either way, 5-4 the score for Natick, as this has been a strong second quarter for them. 3 unanswered goals here in the second frame as they take the lead 5-4. Off the draw. And it's won again by Natick. Flynn running with it. Flynn lost the ball, collided with a teammate. And the loose ball given to Brookline on the whistle. Tien knifes her way through some defenders and runs it across midfield. Into the attack area she goes as Brookline sets up in the circle. Ball's given out to Hawkins. Brookline trying to answer back, stop the scoring streak, and tie up the game. Karain throws it out to Kleinbaum. Out to Yankowitz. And across to Hawkins. Throws it down to, I believe, Hassenstein. Now out to Tien. Cross to Yankowitz. This ball juggled, but does get to Kleinbaum. Kleinbaum off the screen, floats a pass through traffic, completes it, but too much traffic for Hawkins to get a shot off, so she resets from the top and gives it over to Tien as Brookline resets. Tien starts her approach, cuts across, trying to fight through, gets walled and lost the ball. Natick walls off the Brookline offense again and takes it away. Brenneman passes it over to Luoni. Luoni looking for her outlet. Trying to fend off the pressure from Hassenstein. Looking around, throws a pass and completes it. Natick working well in transition as that pass bounces up to Dole. Dole got around her defender and is now sprinting towards the net. Help defense covers it up. Good defensive read by Costin Greeley to prevent potential disaster, but a pass back dropped by Collins and picked up by Brookline, but that is going to end the half. It was all Natick in the second quarter. They outscored Brookline 3-0 in that second frame. And at the half, our score, the Natick High Redhawks 5, the Brookline High Warriors 4. Individual stats here at the half. Abby Dole leading Natick's offense with 2 goals and 1 assist. Allie Flynn and Cameron Rain, each with 1 goal and 1 assist. And then 1 assist, or 1 goal from Samantha Collins, 1 assist from Abby McCauley, and I think 1 assist from Anna Potter, but I'm not sure about that last one. For Brookline, 1 goal each from Amalia Lindgren-Palm, Birdie Hawkins, Nia Karain, and Clara Thibault, with 2 assists from Maggie Tien. But their offense went completely cold in that second quarter. During this break, I'd like to take a moment for a local charity spotlight, and I'd like to tell you about the Brookline Community Foundation. For over 100 years, the Brookline Community Foundation has been a trusted partner, supporting Brookline by investing in organizations and initiatives that help create opportunity and promote equity for everyone who lives, learns, works, and plays in our community. Among the Foundation's many grant programs is the BCF Scholarship Fund for Brookline High School, which provides graduating BHS students with scholarships to help fund post-secondary education. Through the first 10 years of this scholarship fund, they have raised about $1.5 million to be awarded to graduating BHS students, and your help is crucial to supporting these Brookline youth as they embark on the next steps in their educational journeys. Visit brooklinecommunity.org or call 617-566-4442 to learn more about the BCF Scholarship Fund for Brookline High School and how you can make a difference right here in Brookline. Once again, brooklinecommunity.org or call 617-566-4442. All that information can be found in the description section down below. All right, for halftime, I'm going to take a really quick break and mute the mic. It's not a long halftime here in Lacrosse, so I'll be back in just a sec. Don't go away. Hello again, everybody. Told you that wouldn't be too long. Back on the mic, I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan, coming to you live from Downs Field in Brookline, Massachusetts, for the second half of today's high school varsity girls lacrosse contest between the Brookline High Warriors and Natick High Redhawks. Natick leading 5-4 after scoring 3 unanswered goals in the second frame, and Brookline looks like they're changing up their draw control strategy. They got number 15 freshman Sophia Safar in the draw circle, subbing for Maggie Teen, who's going to stay on the boundary of the circle. The draw is chased down by Allie Flynn. Natick takes the opening possession of the third. They've been strong on draws as they pass to the back to Cameron Rain. Along the back to Abby Dole. Dole led the offensive efforts for Natick in the first half with 2 goals and 1 assist. Natick sets up at the top with Samantha Collins. Now across to Flynn. Now into the corner. Cutting across, Allegra Gagnon sees an opening, fights through, and scores. Allegra Gagnon, first on the board in the second half, as Natick extends their lead to 2. It was a good move there. Gagnon managed to make it look like she was going to move to her right and cut across the middle, and then managed to cut. She saw the defender starting to cheat to that side, and she cut back to her left to get just enough of a hole to fit through to get the open look at the net. Six to 4, the Red Hawks lead the Warriors here in the third quarter. And our fastest goal scored in any quarter so far, the past two quarters took until about the halfway mark. This time it only takes 38 seconds to see our first goal of the third frame. Off this draw, it's picked up by Birdie Hawkins. Brookline winning their first draw in a while as Hawkins runs it into the attack area. And Brookline gets set on offense. Can they score, though? The Natick defense, anchored by goalie Sophia Luoni, has been strong so far in limiting the Warriors' attack. They set up at the top. This is Maggie Tien. Pass down to the corner. And ball's lost but recovered by Tien. Lucky break for Brookline as they get to stay on offense there. Pass goes out to Clara Thibault. And up top to Nia Karain. Now over to Emma Hassenstein. Hassenstein passes. And Lily Kleinbaum's shot is turned aside by Luoni. Brookline keeps possession, but another big save from the Natick netminder. Now Brookline setting up behind the net as they work it around to the top. Disrupted, but recovered by Clara Thibault. Thibault pass down, finds Tien in the back corner. Pass across, looks like they're setting up an ISO. Tien from behind the net throws it out to the corner to, I think, Kleinbaum. Now back to Tien. Defense covering her well as she passes back. It's juggled and lost by Kleinbaum, but recovered by Brookline. And in fact, they blew the whistle against Natick. So it's going to be a free position chance for Lily Kleinbaum. Limited at shooting angle here is Kleinbaum trying to cut across, looking for somewhere to go and nowhere to go at the moment. So she throws it into the corner to Hawkins as they work it around the back to Hassenstein. Hassenstein looking around. No one open as she decides to just go along the back to Hawkins. Hawkins trying to work against her defender, slips and falls, trying to keep the ball, and it's knocked loose, and Natick takes it away. Another strong defensive outing for Natick as Allie Flynn runs with the ball in transition now. Gets across midfield and gets the passway to Gagnon, briefly dropped, but she recovers. Gagnon now charging in, trying to get around the defense, gets a shot off but misses it wide. Good effort by Sylvie Costin-Greeley to stay on defense there and obstruct the shot just enough to cause her to miss. Now Natick setting up in the circle. It's Abby McCauley. Off the ISO, lost the ball. Ball's still loose. And scooped up by Sydney Bueno. Bueno gets hit and whistle is blown. Brookline keeps the ball. Bueno running up the sideline, getting stopped by the defense, and forced out of bounds. She gets to keep the ball. Bueno floats the pass out to Costin-Greeley. Throws up now to Tien. Tien off and running with it now. Into the attack end. Lost the ball, but recovers it herself. Tien walking up with it. Back to Hawkins. Hawkins down to the corner, dropped but picked up by Thibault. Behind the net, Lindgren Palm. They work it around the horn again. Pass goes out to Tien now, and up top to Hawkins. Looks like they're setting up an ISO play for Hawkins. Starting her approach, gets knocked over. Foul is called. I think she was just outside of the circle that would have drawn a full free position, but setting up to charge in. Pass dropped. Battling for it, and it's going to be picked up. Not yet. Still not picked up. Whistle is blown, gives it to Brookline. Brookline's very lucky there. Bit of a misfire on the pass from Hawkins to Tien. Almost resulted in another turnover for the Brookline offense, but they get it back off the whistle. Lindgren Palm in the corner. Pass along the back. Into the corner. Tien with it. Goes up top to Thibault. Cross to Karain. Karain back over to Tien. Brookline trying to move, set up a play. Tien surveying, looking for someone to come open. Or for an opening for herself, trying to charge in, trying to weave around. And the foul is called. And a defender is going to have to come off to serve that penalty. I think that's number 8, Madeline Bonner for Natick, as Maggie Tien will have a free position chance here. She was denied by Luoni once on a free position shot. She's got a pretty good angle to work with here. Charging in, cutting across, puts it in. Maggie Tien gets on the board with the free position shot there. And against a defense like this Natick group that's been locking things down all day, that's a very big score. The first goal of the day for Maggie Tien cuts it down to a 1-score game. Natick still in the lead, just 1 goal scored from each team here with 4 minutes and 43 seconds here in the third quarter. But we know how the scoring can potentially open up at any moment with what we saw in the last minute of the first quarter. And a false start called against Brookline this time. And so Natick takes possession. Collins gives it to Potter. Now over to Flynn. Flynn surveying her options, running to her left. Pass back out to Gagnon. Gagnon looking around. Pass too high for Flynn, trying to chase down, and she does recover it. Now trying to work her way out of the corner, and a foul is going to be called on Costin Greeley there, giving Flynn more room to move. Flynn Still running around in the corner, looking for somewhere to go. Passes away to Potter. And another foul called on the Brookline defense. No, they called a foul on the Natick offense. You know, I said in the first half how rare it is to see offensive violations called. Or no, it wasn't a. Was it not a foul? Was it a timeout, or was it a foul and then a timeout? I don't know. They put up the X symbol, which suggests a violation, and they pointed in the direction suggesting a Brookline possession. Someone called a timeout in there somewhere. We will know more when we come back from this timeout. But as I was saying, you know, regardless of whether that was called as an offensive violation or not, like, I have never seen this many offensive violations called in a lacrosse game before. And to me, I just think that speaks to how strongly both defenses are playing, that they're forcing the offenses into making so many mistakes that you rarely see. We got some more notes in the live chat from Brookline player Priscilla Hill saying, LFG Brookline, we're coming back. And Elliot Schickler, after Tien's goal, saying, hopefully it's the first of many goals for Maggie Tien. I believe in Maggie's ability to score and feed Birdie with dimes for goals. And while Tien and Hawkins have been a deadly offensive duo for Brookline throughout their careers together, this now their 4th season together on this lacrosse team. But even so, this Natick defense has been shut down so far in this one. And you see how much effort it takes just to even get a score out of the free position against this Natick squad. Okay, we're coming out of the timeout. And so this is the time where we find out what's going on. And it is Natick ball. So, okay, it was a defensive violation against Brookline, which is what I initially thought. That's what it was. They weren't pointing possession Brookline. They were pointing timeout Natick. That's why they were pointing in that direction. It'll be Anna Potter with the ball. Just making sure everyone is in the right position, I guess. Potter runs into the corner and around behind the net. Does like Magellan and goes full circle. And now making another round trip. Now passes away to Collins in the corner. Collins cutting across, no openings. A lot of fast running from Natick to start this offensive possession, but no openings coming open for them yet. Potential opening here for Brenneman, but it's covered up. Gives it away to Potter. Potter around behind the net. 2.5 to go here in the third as she gives the ball to Dole. Dole spins, shoots, and misses. Good defense. Might have been slightly redirected by Karin Bueno. Hard to tell. Natick maintains possession. Flynn. Pass away to Collins. Collins shoots and scores. They went for the fake screen there. Collins made it look like she was going to throw a pick for Flynn, and that caused both defenders to overcommit to covering Flynn, who then found Collins for the wide open look. 7-5 now as Flynn gets her second assist of the day and Collins her second goal. Just the second player for Natick to score multiple goals today. For Brookline, no players have scored multiple goals so far today. 2 minutes and 1 second left here in the third. Off the face-off, chased down by Safar. Safar running with it, cross midfield, pass it away to Hawkins. Hawkins brings it up in the attack area, around behind the net. Brookline trying to stay in it. They want to cut it back to one score. Karain now with the ball at the top. Cross to Lindgren Palm. Throws down low. Hawkins jukes. And nowhere to go as she gets double covered. Now tries to spin and juke again. Approaching, no one to pass it to. And they have to reset at the top. And Safar misses the pass intended for Karain. And I think that's going to roll out of bounds. And Brookline gives the ball away on offense. That was tough. It looks like Brookline might be giving some rest. No, I'm not sure. That one was tough because Hawkins was creating openings, but as she was creating openings, no one was cutting into the area for a passing outlet. That outlet pass almost dropped, but it is recovered. Running with it now is Felt. Felt's pass dropped, goes to the ground, but it's picked up by Gagnon. Gagnon runs it into the attack area for the Redhawks. Gets walled by the defense. Pass over to Potter. Potter cutting to her right. Going around the back again. Now trying to fit one in low, and she does. Anna Potter with her first goal gives Natick their biggest lead of the game thus far, 8-5. And gets that score with just 2 seconds left in the third quarter. So one last draw for technicality's sake, but this is the score we'll have at the end of the third. And there we go. That's the end of the third. Our score at the end of 3, Natick 8, Brookline 5. Since the end of the first quarter, Natick has outscored Brookline 6-1, scoring 3 goals each in the second and third quarters, while Brookline was shut out in the second and managed just 1 goal in the third. once again, got to give credit to both defenses for some really strong outings so far. Brookline has had a pretty solid defensive showing so far against a pretty highly ranked Natick squad. But the Natick defense has been very shut down so far, holding Brookline to just 5 goals through 3 quarters. And you see how Natick has their help defense set up so perfectly. They've really zeroed in not just on Mayfield-Sheehan, but also on Bertie Hawkins, the dynamic offensive duo for Brookline that combined for 8 goals and 6 assists on Saturday in their 13-10 win over Newton South. They've been very limited in what they've been able to do so far in this one. Back to the draw for the start of the 4th and final quarter here. 12 minutes on the clock. Natick leads Brookline 8-5. This one straight up, and it's caught by Tien. Tien bringing it up for Brookline, picking up speed, trying to knife her way through, but gets walled off. Again, the help defense has been so strong for Natick today. As Brookline now sets up in the circle. Excuse me. Excuse me. Thank you. Now Brookline goes back to the top to Nia Karain. Karain trying to approach, and it's not there. Gives it over to Lily Kleinbaum. Kleinbaum approaching, trying to cut back, looking around, and nothing there. Pass out of the back, misses. Loose ball chased down by Bertie Hawkins. Hawkins brings it around behind the net. Surveying her options from the back here. Passes out to Kleinbaum. Now out to Lindgren Palm. Lindgren Palm finds a cutting teammate. But no opening but a foul. This will create a free position chance for Sophia Safar. Safar shot disrupted from behind. And Brookline again not able to cover the back line as Natick takes possession off the missed shot. Now Natick bringing it up. This is Felt. Pass to the near side. Now thrown across. Looking around as Bonner lost the ball and a whistle blown against Brookline. Bonner running with it again. Pass is deflected but does get up to Potter. Potter running it into the attack end for Natick. Pass along the back. Out to Collins. Over to McCauley. Down into the corner. I think that's Dole. Pass missed there. Loose ball ultimately picked up by Collins. Rothstein tried to pursue it, but the Red Hawks recover again. Dole with the ball, looking for an option. And we got a foul called. And I think that's going to go against Brookline, as it looks like a Natick player off ball got whacked in the head. And Sophia Safar is going to come off to serve that penalty. And so it'll be Abby McCauley. Out of the free position at the top of the circle. Big chance to score for McCauley. Charges in and is stopped. Karen Bueno makes the save, but the rebound is recovered by McCauley. Pass over to Flynn. It's a nice stop by Bueno, but Brookline's still on defense. Looking around is Rain. Pass out to Potter. Now up top, Flynn gives it over to McCauley. McCauley down into the corner to Gagnon. Along the back to Dole. Dole has faked out the defense completely and scored. Brookline just lost track of Abby Dole completely. There was some kind of miscommunication with the defense on that one, because you could see everybody was rushing over to cover the off-ball players and to cover that left side. And meanwhile, nobody was keeping their eyes on Dole. That's just a defensive breakdown right there. 3 goals now for Abby Dole today, leading all scorers, as Natick now leads 9-5. And off the draw, it's picked up by Flynn. Pass goes up to Rain. Rain passes back out. Give it to Gagnon at the top. Over to McCauley. And to Potter. Behind the net, Dole. Dole, quick pass. Shot from Rain, blocked from behind. I think that was Costin Greeley who disrupted that shot. But again, Natick recovers the loose ball and stays on offense. Those ground balls have been such a big part of Natick's success today. Long pass to Potter. Potter surveying. Along the back, Dole once again. Around the horn to Gagnon and to McCauley and Potter. Back out McCauley to Gagnon. Gagnon approaching, trying to fight her way through, lost the ball. And another ground ball for the Red Hawks is picked up by Flynn. Flynn pass, misses a cutting teammate, and the loose ball picked up this time by Karin Bueno. Just over 6 minutes left to play, and Brookline trails by 4. They would have to nearly double their scoring output for the entire game so far while holding Natick scoreless if they want to so much as tie this game. Long pass finds Hawkins. Hawkins running into the attack area. Running around behind the net. Looking. Throws a low shot, misses, but it's recovered by Kleinbaum behind the net. Kleinbaum lost the ball, but a foul is called. Lily Kleinbaum now with a shot from the free position. Slightly limited angle here. We'll see what she opts to do. Charge shot stopped by Luoni. Rebound tipped back to Hawkins, or no, to Lindgren Palm, excuse me. Brookline keeps possession. Tien throws it back to Hawkins. Hawkins coming out of the back, cutting through. Shot is in. Birdie Hawkins scores her second goal of the day as Tien gets her third assist. As Hawkins, she was looking for that same kind of look her first time coming out of the back, and it just wasn't there. And now a timeout has been called, and they were a little late to stop the clock on that one. About 4.5 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. Brookline still trailing by 3, 9-6. So Birdie Hawkins, the first multi-goal scorer for Brookline today in what's been a tough offensive outing for the Warriors. The defense has shown it can hang with a tough opponent like Natick, but their offense has to be able to do more. And they've got to be able to find other players that can step up on offense besides Tien and Hawkins. Especially, you know, for seasons to come, given that both players are set to graduate after this spring. .433 is the time on the clock. Out of the timeout. We'll see if Brookline is able to put something together to maybe put another dent into this lead. Draw is picked up by Maggie Tien. Tien into the attack area. Trying to fight through a sandwich of defenders. Floats a pass up to Kleinbaum. Kleinbaum has to escape the swarm of defenders, and we got a couple whistles there and a yellow card brought out on a Natick defender. So a chance for the Brookline offense here, as I think that penalty is going to be served by number 2, Sophia Ambrose. And it'll be a free position chance for Lily Kleinbaum. She's been denied out of the free position before. Whistle, shot is in. Lily Kleinbaum with a big score there to cut Natick's lead down to 2. First goal of the day for the Brookline sophomore, as she opted for slightly quicker shot than the last free position chance she got, and it was more of a straight-on angle, so she could go for more of that side shot as opposed to the vertical shot she kind of had to do last time because she had such a limited angle. 4:15 still on the clock. Brookline still trails by 2. Off the draw, bouncing into open space, picked up by Hawkins. Brookline takes possession again, trying to cut the lead down to 1. Hawkins, long pass across to Safar. Safar pass through traffic, finds Lindgren. Palm lost the ball, knocked away by the defense. Loose ball chased down by Clara Thibault to keep things alive for the Brookline offense. They work it behind the net. Kleinbaum looking. Fakes out a defender, cuts across. Shot is stopped by Luoni. And they give the ball back to Natick. I'm not sure what they must have called against Brookline there. But it's Natick ball. And a foul called. Keeps it with Natick. Brookline had 2 close looks at the net there, but again, the Natick defensive wall holding firm. And another timeout is called. You know, again, Brookline has been able to generate some looks, but some big deflections, either from Natick defenders or from the goalie, Sophia Luoni, have really sort of robbed Brookline of a number of scores they could have had. And again, it's just a credit to the strong defense we've seen from both sides throughout. From Elliot Schickler in the live chat in response to the latest goal, Lily Kleinbaum is a good player and a great athlete. She's on the BHS cross country and indoor track teams. And that's one pretty cool thing, is we see a lot of players that play several sports for Brookline on these rosters. Like, for instance, Birdie Hawkins plays field hockey in the fall, ice hockey in the winter, and lacrosse here in the spring, while her younger sister Gigi Hawkins plays soccer in the fall, while joining her older sister on the ice in the winter and out here on the field in the spring. And plenty of other examples up and down the board. For both teams, really. I mean, when I saw the Natick roster, there were so many names I recognized from other seasons. Just a great deal of multi-sport athletes for both schools. Out of the timeout, 2 minutes and 58 seconds left here in this game. Natick leads Brookline by 2. Running with it. Ball is lost and a foul is called. Brookline was trying to cut off Maddie Brenneman's running angle there. Running up the far sideline. Runs through the whistle and into the attack area. Natick offense, aside from just the priority of scoring, they can also kill clock here as they lead by multiple scores late in this one. Potter running around with it. Passes it back. Directing traffic is Flynn. Pass misses, but it's recovered by McCauley. Natick's ground ball game has been so strong, it's allowed them to avert a number of potential turnover disasters and just in general win a lot of 50-50 balls. Collins with the ball in the corner. Pass out. Running with it, McCauley. Trying to get around the defender. Juggled the ball a bit, but picked it up off the ground again. Still moving around. Still looking. Defender falls and McCauley passes away. Now another pass. A lot of passing. Rain with the ball behind the net, but she has to retreat. Now a pass across the back. Dole to Potter. Back to Dole. Lost the ball. Rain trying to pick it. Rain does pick it up. Another recovery by the Natick offense as Rain passes out to Collins. And they've managed to kill so much clock on this one possession for Natick that we're now down to the last 30 seconds of the game. Brookline has got to try and apply more defensive pressure, but that creates big openings, and Potter delivers the final dagger. Anna Potter gets Natick into double digits with one last goal that all but settles it. 10-7 now, the Natick lead with just 25 seconds left to play. Off the draw, it's collected by Potter, and now Natick can just hold the ball for the last 20 seconds. Brookline defense desperately chasing, but Potter sprinting with it. Passes out, less than 10 seconds to go, and 3, 2, 1, and that is your ball game. The final score here at Downs Field, the Natick High Redhawks 10, the Brookline High Warriors 7. Well, a close, hard-fought contest between these two Bay State Conference rivals. Brookline got out to a strong start, scoring the first 3 goals of the game. But after that, Natick started to lock down on defense. They got 2 quick goals towards the end of the first quarter. Brookline led 4-2 at the end of 1. Then Natick shut out Brookline completely in the second as they scored 3 unanswered to go up 5-4. Then outscored Brookline 4-1. 4-1 in the third quarter to take a 9-5 lead going into the final frame. Brookline got a couple of goals back, but could not complete the comeback. Final individual stats, I missed the assist on that last score for Natick, so I'm going to be 1 assist short. But Abby Dole for Natick with 3 goals and 1 assist. Anna Potter, 2 goals, 1 assist. Allie Flynn, 1 goal, 2 assists. Samantha Collins, 2 goals. Cameron Rain, 1 goal, 1 assist. Allegra Gagnon, 1 goal. Abby McCauley, 1 assist. For Brookline, Bertie Hawkins, the only multi-goal scorer with 2 goals. Maggie Tian with 1 goal and 3 assists. The only assists for Brookline in that entire game. Amalia Lindgren-Palm, Lily Kleinbaum, Nia Karain, and Clara Thibault with 1 goal each, as Karain, the freshman, got the first goal of her high school career back in the first quarter. Brookline's record falls to 1-1, while Natick, in their season opener, starts things out 1-0. Couple notes in the live chat before we wrap this one up. Shane Carter saying, next game, Brookline. And then from Elliot Schickler, it was a great effort by the Warriors, but we need to do better in winning ground balls. Juliana Malloy is a great coach and class act. I believe she'll lead Brookline to great heights. And that is a good note there to end on. Thank you all once again for tuning in today. I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan. Remember, if you enjoyed this live stream, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel so you can stay up to date on all my upcoming live streams. I won't be there for for Brookline girls lacrosse's game, either of their games for the rest of this week. But I will be back here at Downs 1 week from today, next Tuesday, April 8th, as the Warriors will play host to the Needham High Rockets at 4 p.m. Be sure to stay tuned for that. Subscribe to the channel can help. And thank you to all those who brought the good vibes in the live chat today. Remember, if there's anything else you'd like to say after the live stream has ended, you can say it in the comment section of the video down below. And you can also go down below to the description section of this video, where you can find a link and phone number for our local charity spotlight, the Brookline Community Foundation. And you can also find some helpful links related to me, which you can also see in the bottom right corner of your screen. My personal website, jessesports.com, where you can find out more about me, the freelance sports broadcasting services that I provide to various teams, and how you can commission those services for your favorite team. Or if you want to skip past all that, you can email me directly with any questions or requests that you may have. Any questions, requests, or comments that you may have. And don't forget to follow me on social media on Instagram and Facebook, where I post highlights from previous live streams. But for this live stream, that's going to do it. Natick 10, Brookline 7 from Downs Field in Brookline, Massachusetts. I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan. Thank you all for watching, and have a good night.